tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot
Oh.
tea, hot tea.
Y'all remember during the Katt Williams Shannon Sharpe interview, and he was talking about Steve Harvey, and he said, Steve Harvey is the same man that went and watched Mark Curry's whole sitcom, and now he got a show where he the principal, and he wearing suits. He said Steve stole the suits. Not the suits, man. Now, y'all know Steve never really responded like that until now. Let's check it out.
Ass hater who is, and you'll never have a hater that's doing better than you. Always know that. Don't get off the wall to dress some pity ass boy who ain't got shit going for himself. Now you done stopped your climb up on the wall so you can come down here and talk to his little punk ass. Don't do that, man. I stay away from it. Now, do I want to? Yes. Because I'm a human being and I'm hood. Now, I used to be a fighter and I still got hands. They slow, but if you get up on me real close, I can still knock your monkey ass out there. I just don't have the quickness I have. But I still know how to turn my hip and shift that weight, and I'll knock your short ass out. I'll shoot your perm straight out your head. I don't even know what I said.
Not I'll shoot your perm straight out of your head. Steve talking about I don't do that. You doing it right now. I hate when celebrities do that. When they try to act like they ain't doing something, but they doing it in that exact moment. I don't really say too much. I don't really like to do this, but... So he was sitting down with Stephen A. Smith, okay? And I guess Stephen asked him about, some of the things that Katt Williams said, or I'm assuming Stephen might have dressed it up and said, yeah, man, some of these dudes be out here hating on you and stuff like that, man. So speak on that. How do you ignore the hate? And I think Steve just went off. So I'm sure we'll see this, full cleaned up version on YouTube or something like that later. But I'm surprised Steve really went off like that. I can't wait to see Godfrey do an impression of this. Because, Steve might be the cleaned up, silky smooth guy on Family Feud, but we know Steve can take it there. I remember a few years ago, Steve had a list about how he wanted people to treat him on set. It was like, you couldn't talk to Steve. You can't walk to Steve. You can't sneeze in front of Steve. You can't use Steve's toilet paper. You can't use Steve's bathroom. You can't walk by Steve's trailer between the hours of 3 and 9 p.m. Steve really get like that. When you that type of dude and you got all of these little things of how you want people to act around you, that mean when people break your rules, you ready to put your foot off in their ass. Steve one of them dudes. And I don't know who his stylist is because Steve dressed immaculate. See, that's one thing Katt Williams need. Katt Williams need a stylist because he's still looking like an early 2000s pimp who learned about Balenciaga and it just don't look right. Now, don't get it twisted. I still love Katt. Katt is still a legend. His comedy shows is doing amazing. But the optics of Steve Harvey versus Katt Williams, they not the same. Now, I get it. Katt is a street legend. But Steve Harvey, it's almost like comparing Kendrick and Drake. Steve Harvey would be Drake. He has the universal love and respect. And Katt Williams is more of like a local American guy. Everybody in America really reveres Katt Williams and what he does, but is he the biggest comedian internationally? No, I'm sure people in China and other places, they probably know people like Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey. They probably know people from the Kings of Comedy more than they might recognize a Katt Williams. And that's not to take anything away from Katt. It's just, it is what it is. And don't get it twisted. I know my Africans and my Haitians and my South Africans, y'all love y'all some Katt Williams. And that's how it is in the U.S. We tend to push towards the UK, Africa, Mexico, Canada, but that's not a representation of the entire planet. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't forget about Dubai. You can't forget about India. You can't forget about China. You can't forget about Australia. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I think Steve Harvey is really appealing to those markets a little more than Katt Williams. So I say all that to say, Steve, I hate when you don't take your own advice. Like you said, you shouldn't be stooping down to Katt Williams' level. Because here's the truth of the matter. Steve Harvey don't need no viral interview with Shannon Sharpe. Just like he don't need no viral clip of him talking about Katt Williams. Now, I'll be the first person to say that in that interview, Katt was dropping some jewels. He's very intelligent, and he says some very thought-provoking things. But number one, that wasn't the best Katt Williams interview he's ever done. His interview with Joe Budden blows that out of the water because he stayed on topic and he wasn't gossiping. And that's my point. I'm sorry to tell y'all the hard truth. 80% of what Katt did in that Shannon Sharpe interview, and this is why Shannon was taking a lot of backlash, not for that interview, but many of his recent interviews, which is he always has dudes up there being chatty patties, gossiping and talking about other men, like women do at the beauty shop, okay? Like women do on the phone. And Katt Williams was doing a lot of that, okay? He was saying a lot of stuff that was gossip and things that can't be proven or substantiated. And if I would have said some of that stuff Katt said, y'all would have been questioning me, talking about you can't prove it. Y'all would have been upset, talking about what's your source. But y'all like Katt Williams. Y'all think he's been in Hollywood, so he knows and he's seen everything. So you're assuming some shit is true just because you like him. And that's a fact. And he basically did the same thing that Jaguar Wright does, somebody else he used to date. He took a page right out of Jaguar Wright's book, and he took it and blew up with it. And see, that's another thing about a lot of men. You snatch something from a woman, and then you blow up with it. But see, some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Go look up Jaguar Wright and her talking about Diddy and all this other stuff. This is somebody that Katt used to date. And so he watched Jaguar Wright and stole her whole playbook. And then did a special with Shannon Sharpe, and it got millions upon millions of views. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about how he was talking about the black elites get awarded a light-skinned woman when they play ball. But what about all the funny light-skinned women you've messed with, Katt? But y'all don't want to question Katt because y'all love him. Nobody want to say, well, why every time you get some money, you award yourself with a light-skinned girl? The streets is saying Katt is messing with a light-skinned girl now, but he don't want to go public because he don't want to look like a hypocrite. Is it a light-skinned girl or a light-skinned man? I'm just joking. But you see, now you mad when I say stuff that can't get proven. But you're not holding Katt Williams to that same standard. And I think that's why some of the comedians get upset because they like, how are y'all letting him get away with this bullshit? But at the same time, listen close. Steve Harvey, if you feel like you bigger than Katt, why are you stooping to his level? Because everything I just talked about is exactly what Steve did in this clip. See how I bring it back? Yeah, nigga, I'm good at my job. It's exactly what you're doing in this clip. And then trying to take it to violence. How many comedians did Katt talk about that almost kind of said they want to fight him or see him in the streets? Didn't Cedric the Entertainer say something like that about Katt? I think Faison Love did too. Is it that serious that y'all want to fight Katt? And look, is it a stretch that Steve Harvey would mop Katt Williams? Is it a stretch that Kevin Hart or any of these other people who in shape and got all this money and take their vitamins every day would beat up Katt Williams? No. So I don't even think people get cool points for that. Steve, you about 6'2", 6'3". You not looked at as cool if you could beat Katt Williams up to me, okay? Katt Williams look like he got a bad liver, okay? He can run, I'll give him that, but he don't look like the healthiest dude in the world. And I think them perms will make you unhealthy too, okay? I'm just saying. So Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Steve Harvey clip. I know y'all gonna be eating me up. Hey, all I can do is tell you the truth. If you don't accept it, that's on you. Okay? Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Hey, nigga, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day.